What's up guys, it's Glide here, and today I just figured out how to fix a bug in Fortnite that a lot of people didn't know how to fix, including myself. And this was out of pure luck, or actually it took me a while to do it. So anyway, the bug is the one that your game keeps crashing when you start the game, when you start a match. When I get in the battle bus, it just crashes every time. As soon as it allows me to jump out of the plane, or sometimes right after that, I just crash and my game comes up with that error and tells you to send a report in, which you know damn well they won't do shit about. So most people just decide to try to fix it on their own. So what I did, I just did some detective work, and I was like, okay, my PC is it's decent. It's a Ryzen 1700 with 1050 Ti and 8 gigabytes of RAM, and those specs should be good enough to run this game. If I can run PUBG, I should be able to run this. But the funny thing is, I can run this game at like high frames, and it just crashes every time. That's the only problem. But I figured it out. So what you want to do is you want to go into the game, go into settings, right? Usually when you first start Fortnite up, it's going to be set to auto. And what auto did for me is it set to everything to epic, since my PC is good enough to run everything at epic, right? So it was crashing for me. So I was like, okay, epic is probably like 1440p or something like that, maybe. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna set it down to high, which is 1080p, and maybe that'll fix it. But it didn't, right? So I was like, okay, maybe I should set them all the way down to medium, right? And when I set them to medium, it stopped crashing. And I'm like, okay, so maybe it's one of these and not all of them. So I worked my way up from the bottom to the top. I set this to high, started the game, didn't crash. Set this to high, started the game, didn't crash. Set this to high, and so on until I got the shadows. And then as soon as I got the shadows, it just started crashing again. So I'm like, okay, let me put that back down, and it didn't crash anymore. So I'm like, okay, so set this stuff up to 1080p and still didn't crash. So obviously it's shadows. So I set that to 1080p and everything, but shadows is just set down to medium, and it doesn't really affect the game how it looks at all. It looks exactly the same. It's just that the shadows are set to medium, and this really helped me out, and I can actually play the game now. It doesn't just crash every time I start it. So that's how you fix this. And maybe if your PC probably is a little bit worse than mine and it still crashes when it's on medium, try setting it to off and see if that works, and maybe your game will run fine too. But try this out, and if it doesn't work, just comment below, and I'll respond to most of the comments that you guys put. And I hope this works for you guys, and that's all. Hope you guys have fun playing Fortnite if this works for you too, and have a good one. I'm gonna set just the anti. No, I'm gonna leave this stuff how it is, because apparently this stuff just sets it to max, which is for me this. So I'm gonna continue playing some Fortnite now. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. I'll be uploading more soon, since you know, I got this PC now. I can record and shit. I'll be playing some PUBG and shit. So peace out, guys.